Hello, everybody. Welcome to TC Squared's New Play Festival 2021. I'm Ros Thomas Clark, the Artistic Director, and our program is focused on new works. Our Playwrights Lab is sharing some powerful writing today. As always, we would love to acknowledge the enthusiasm and skill of our dramaturg, Marty Kingsbury, without whom we would all be floundering. So today we have 10 10-minute pieces directed by people from our Directors Lab, and the program order with the cast is in the chat. The actors will have their character names on the screen, and trigger warnings around content will also be in the chat. One of our pieces, Rubicon by Erin Lerch, is written as a choose your own adventure play with audience participation. We're popping up a poll on your screen, which you can see now. Please take a moment to answer the 2 questions which will help determine the course of the scene later on tonight. There will be additional poll questions during the scene itself, and we will remind you of this in the chat when the time comes. We're delighted to have you here tonight. Would love your feedback. You may respond in the chat as we go along, and there will also be a chance to respond at the end. The playwrights consider these pieces as works in progress, so any feedback will help them to develop the scripts. Thank you again for supporting our work, and here is the TC Squared 2021 New Play Festival.
Hester Stewart, the white matriarch of a coal mining family, has directed that her family cemetery be moved to make way for mining. The cemetery contains graves of black miners and old stones that may be markers of a slave graveyard. Hester is making dough throughout the scene. Rebecca watches her from a distance.
Dough, flour, yeast, salt, sugar and spoon, warm water.
Today's news from coal country is not good. Coal mines are shutting down at a faster rate despite the government's verbalized support of coal. Authorities in the industry say that coal is more expensive than natural gas and renewable sources of energy like wind and solar.
Who changed my radio to this socialist riffraff? I don't have to listen to them.
All those miners dead because safety cut into your family's profits?
Accidents happen. It was unavoidable. There's nothing I could have done. Nothing.
It could have been prevented.
They understood the dangers of the work, and they did it anyway.
What kind of choice is it when you need to feed your family?
Grandpa Wilbur will be proud of the deal that I have made. Just need to get our kin moved from that cemetery, sign those papers on Decoration Day, and the Stewart family legacy will live on, rich and bright. I will bring coal mining back to its past glory. The man I married is dead, drowned in liquor. I will save this family, this town. Those black graves can stay right where they've been put. They don't matter. They never did. Like you always said, Grandpa, wipe the dust away before it wipes us away. Stewarts are here to stay.
Hester, are you sure of that? How can a smart woman like you keep believing lies?
Is someone here? Lily? Cora? My granddaughter and daughter sleeping off all that marijuana they've been smoking. Couldn't be bothered to help me with my pepperoni rolls for our guests from the mining company tomorrow. They better put on their Sunday best, sit up front with me in our Decoration Day celebration on Monday. My granddaughter needs to come back here where she belongs. Tell me, she's not white like me. She'll see what's what soon enough.
Yes, how satisfying it must be for Hester Stewart to have an answer to every piece of trouble that comes her way. How will she explain me? Hello, Hester.
You again. Get out of my house.
I am Rebecca.
I don't know what my granddaughter is thinking, bringing her black friends in here. Are you sleeping in my house?
Spirits don't sleep.
You don't scare me, pretending to be some kind of ghost.
Ghosts are so repetitive and stuff, nothing to be afraid of. Me, I'm more than. Say my name.
Sally, Jane, whoever you are, get on back to Lily's room. I don't know why I put up with Lily's shenanigans.
Aren't you going to welcome me? Offer me tea and crumpets.
You are a crumb falling on the floor. I swept you away once. I will do it again.
I want to be welcomed.
I don't mind. I don't mind. I don't mind.
Hester, the yeast has plumbed. None of those white women who lived here could cook anything worth eating.
My pepperoni rolls.
Are dry as baked dirt.
My pepperoni rolls are magnificent. The dough is puffy, soft crust like pie pastry, and cooks golden brown. My pepperoni rolls are snappy happy. They make everyone happy. So don't you be telling me your lies. You're a liar, a misfit of truth.
Where's my daughter?
How would I know? Leave it to you people to expect me to take care of your problems. You lost her somewhere between here and there.
You know who I am.
Why do you linger here? Hovering like a speck of dirt, refusing to leave me alone.
My spirit has lived here for generations. My bones lie in that cemetery, missing the covering of my lovely black skin. I took my skin. Don't you think it's lovely? Hester, you are so pale and old. You know, you're older each time I see you.
I will not see you. Will not see you.
My black skin glows with vibrancy, with life. It really is a living thing that lives on and on. Esther, look at my cheeks, my lips. He was drawn to my cheeks, my lips. He was drawn to the black sun in me, but he did not have permission to touch. He brought me here. Your great Wilbur. Number one, it started with him. I'm Rebecca.
What doesn't matter cannot be seen. I
am a woman, a mother, like you. Remember how you felt when your daughter Cora's life quickened in your womb, when you gave birth to that life, watched as that life took shape into a female child? It was the same for me. Why should yours be protected and provided for while mine is taken from me, sold, and sacrificed for Cole? By whose design does this cruelty continue to be done?
You are what remains of torn, worn fabric, a past to be discarded.
He was a Stuart. His white son's black half-sister, your kin, your legacy.
In pure blood.
And who made it that way? Look at me. See a mother.
You are past history. Time to let it go. Move on. Or should I say, go the way of your bones if you are what you claim to be.
Our past is here and now.
Mumbo, jumbo, gibberish.
Between childhood and womanhood, I was to be seasoned, to be taken without choice. Word was spread from his mouth to the ears of her friends and their sons. 12 of them, like the disciples of Christ, were to gather on a Saturday afternoon, force their dominion over me, over all of us, and those not yet born. I had only 12 summers, just as my daughter did when she was sold away from me.
More sugar.
Bread harder than stone, meat that burst flies wrapped in a ripped grain sack with passed to me from the kitchen. Go, girl, go now before they come, she said. Run, hide, better to run, better to die running than to stay here, run. You run now. Have you ever known fear?
We are not the same.
I was hungry. I was cold, asking heathens, asking God on Sunday to forgive the evil deeds done on Saturday. I hid in a hole in the ground. I was hungry. I was cold. Fear, my only friend. They drank liquor, laughed, and spoke of the war that was coming. Another girl child was children. There's always another be snatched from her mother's arms. Who are they who can so easily steal a child from its mother without remorse, without fear of reprisals? Many choose dust. I knew hunger, I knew cold, I knew fear. I will not forgive. Say my name.
You are not welcome here.
And he brought me into this house when his wife died. Hasn't changed much.
This is my house now.
He had those pale gray eyes just like yours.
You were his.
You lay with your husband by choice, a giving, sharing of love. I wasn't even given a chance to nod a yes or no. I was used.
I was a married woman.
Were you content? Satisfied when you lay down with the men that you married?
Not your business.
I was there. I saw how he mistreated you.
His negress, his property, his concubine.
Did you even love him?
What happened to you then was those times.
Did you love him?
I was his wife.
Your Wilbur, number one, took me. An act, the joining of two human beings is supposed to be one profound communion. It was turned into an act of humiliation, an act of violence, really. What's left, Hester? Tell me what comes after that.
Why,
woman.
me when you already have all the answers?
A hate so strong that it lives on in the cells of all I've given birth to. Where is my daughter?
I have no answers for you.
Determined to own more than one pair of shoes, he planned to breed his own slaves to be sold for his gain. Girl child delivered to Rebecca. You wrote it all down. But I made sure there was no more children for him to sell.
What do you want from me?
Sunshine.
Unless those portraits on the walls can start talking, there is no way to know what happened all those years ago.
He caught me. He kept me tied to him, brought me to this place. That man did that to me. Raped.
Property.
I bled. You bleed. You feel. I think. No, I know you do. I dreamed. I planned our freedom. He wrote down everything, every penny, every debt, everything owed to him. There is a receipt for one girl slave, age 12, sold for 1,000. There is a receipt. Somewhere in this house are the answers that I need.
I can't help you.
Then you and I are destined to do this dance for an eternity.
So be it then. The Stewart legacy will live on in my granddaughter and her children and her children's children. You are like a bee without a stinger. No sting left in you.
My legacy is tied to yours. You and me are like sisters. Alike in many ways.
I have no sister.
Hester, choose to believe me.
You are dust.
Who you are does not exist without me.
Broadcasting an illusion in my kitchen doesn't make it so.
She was a Stewart too.
Not in any way that counted.
I wanted to rip his heart out from his body.
Some men deserve to have their hearts ripped out of their bodies. And
oh, see? Sisters, a commonality.
my grandfather loved me.
But not your husband.
I was convenient.
I was a girl, carrying 300 years of despair.
My father gave me to a man as you would a trophy to the winner of a horse race. I did what I had to do, and I survived.
As did I. Help me.
Why do you need me?
I have the power to whisper. To put idea into minds already leaning down certain paths, all I need to do is push a little. I whispered to your daughter, Cora. It didn't take much to get her to step over the boundaries of your laws.
Others have lived in this house with you. Mother, my grandmother, my great-grandmother. Why me? Why now?
There were women with no sense of their power. You recognize what's possible for us. Those others were weak females like puffs of smoke easily blown out the door. 400 years, generations of Black women have been dismissed, used, abused, ignored, and forgotten by their white women, women who turned their backs, wives. You tell me, Hester, why am I here now at this moment?
You think I can help you?
We are bound together, you and me.
Can you undo what you whispered to my daughter?
Why ask a question that you already know the answer to?
I want
To save Cora, your daughter.
Did you name your daughter?
I called her Sunshine.
Sunshine?
Hester, I matter. Say my name.
You are Rebecca. You are Rebecca, mother of Sunshine.
The rain. It's expected. Lightning bolt. Wind speeds up to
I can't believe I bought this. Oh, I should have. I should have. Oh, hell! Oh God, I didn't think this one through. I mean, I just saw it in the storefront, and I went in and bought it. And now I have a box with a question I can't ask. You're early. I thought you had work until...
Early? And here I thought you waited long for me. Aw, you remembered. You're getting wet, darling.
Okay, please leave.
Come on, don't be like that. Sweetie, let's have a glass.
Stop that.
A glass of wine will calm you down nicely.
I'm calm. Okay, I'm calm.
Great, so you can sit down and have a talk with me?
Talk? Yeah, no, we have nothing to talk about.
I promise I'll be gone before she leaves. She arrives, excuse me. Anyway, are you trying to propose like this, really? Well, the wine is nice and all, but you have no flowers?
No, don't.
No? So what are you waiting for? You've got the ring.
Look, I'm waiting for you to die.
It's been 10 years, John. Couldn't you have gotten a divorce or something?
Damn it. Jane, you know I couldn't have done that without you here.
Sure you could have. It's well known that I've been in France for the last decade. You must have known that I was there. I even appeared on TV a year after arriving there.
Yes, the female American painter that took France by storm. Believe me, I knew. Everyone knew.
Well, there you go.
It's not that simple.
Isn't it, darling?
Why wouldn't I have already divorced you if I could?
I don't know. Why didn't you, indeed?
Because I couldn't. Because you left, and legally I couldn't prove fault.
Well, you could have.
No, whatever, Jane. I didn't. And I guess that's why you're here now? Huh? You should have started with that. Where do I sign?
I actually need to talk to you first. Sit down.
No, I'm not. No, talk. We don't have anything to talk about. I already told you.
Good one. Just sit with me for a bit. Let's talk. Everything will be worked out afterwards.
Oh, are you trying to blackmail me?
What?
Oh, you won't give me a divorce unless I hear you out and do as you say?
That's not nice. Let's think of this as a mutually beneficial arrangement. That was a joke, honey. I truly just want to have a conversation. I need you to understand.
But you have the papers ready.
I assure you, you'll be free of me forever after this. Please.
I don't have all day.
You took down my paintings.
Sold them to an art collector. French. You might know her. Is that it? Wanted your early work?
No, you sure you don't want to drink?
I'm ready when you are.
Do you remember the last time we saw each other? I was,
I remember.
I had to leave. I had to. I needed a break.
Ah, a vacation. You called it a vacation, and you were supposed to come back.
Well, I'm technically back, so.
Oh, don't do that.
You used to love bantering.
You used to love me.
I was unhappy.
Of course you were. Your mother's passing was terrible, but you should have relied on me, not run off to France.
You don't understand. My mother's death reminded me of my own mortality. It shook my soul and woke something that was deep within me. I started having dreams, and dreams are dangerous things. They reveal your deepest desires, and bring you hope, just to take it all away when you wake up.
What are you trying to sell with this philosophical gibberish, Jane? Are you trying to make me feel sorry for you?
I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm trying to explain.
Oh, that our life wasn't good enough for you. That I wasn't good enough for you. Oh, poor Jane. Oh, stuck with a loving husband. Oh, of course you had to run away. I mean...
You're putting words in my mouth. It's more complicated than that.
Then uncomplicate it for me.
We weren't meant for each other, John. We would have been miserable had I stayed, but now you're in love again. I did you a favor by leaving.
Oh, screw you! You fucked me up. Allowing myself to love again, to be vulnerable enough with someone to even think about proposing is the hardest thing I've done.
So that's why you never went through with the divorce.
What?
I had to leave, John. I didn't mean to hurt you, but I had to.
You should have talked to me. You know, I could have done.
Nothing you could have done.
Then you should have had the guts to tell me to my face.
I couldn't.
So, can you just give me the freaking papers now and leave?
John, you have to understand.
Nah, I understand. You ran away with some guy and made up this whole story just to justify and feel less guilty, and now you expect me to agree with that charade so you can feel good about yourself. Go, I dare you to tell me I'm wrong. Go ahead.
There wasn't another guy.
I don't believe it. There's no way.
I ran away with a girl. The most enchanting being I have ever laid my eyes on. A beautiful French woman art collector.
A woman? Wait, what? What? Hold. So you're oh.
See?
Oh.
How was I supposed to tell you that then? I couldn't. I can't even believe I told you that just now, but I guess I have nothing left to lose.
Whoa, but we were married.
It doesn't really
But
work like that.
okay, well, okay, you're right, but not really. Yeah, it does explain some things. Huh. I should have known.
So you get it?
You still should have told me.
But I just...
But I mean, I get why you left. It's hard for me to even process that you're, well, you know, and I understand why you didn't tell me that part. But you still should have told me that you were leaving. You owed me that much.
I'm so sorry. John,
Jane.
The American artist died in her
Jane.
sleep after struggling with a rare genetic disease for the past year. She was found in her house in Paris by her dear friend and roommate, the famous art collector Louise Rivelet, just a couple of hours ago.
Our Hero by Charlie Lyons. Lights up on black. Wait, no. Forget the lights up. Just keep it black. What? Oh, all right, use a black cloth. That's a good idea. Lights up on a black cloth, behind which is our hero, whom we can't see yet. A phone rings. Beep-de-de-de. Halfway through the second ring, the phone's answered by a flustered, disembodied voice. As our hero comes out from behind the black cloth so we can see them, parenthetically, I or you say them because our hero is of any and every gender. They're also of any ethnic background or age. Yes, thank you, reader of stage directions, for reading this bit too. In fact, you've just voiced your way into a part in the play. Congratulations, you're now in the play. My only direction is read with clarity and passion and understand nobody will ever see you. By now, our hero has become visible and is waiting impatiently to say,
What? Oh, you're asking, what am I? How about, how am I?
Two very large placards go up, held by two people way downstage left and right, telling the audience to say shh. This is the part where we hope the audience is quick on the uptake and says shh. To make sure, reader of stage directions tells the audience that when the reader of stage directions and two people holding placards tell you to say shh, we're not bloody well playing around.
I'm sorry, it's my,
Suddenly taken by the stars, our hero looks up.
Aren't the stars amazing?
A blanket of stars appears. They're amazing.
Some of you really came prepared. Blankets, pillows. Is that hot chocolate? The rocks appear around, so if you find the right nook to snuggle into. Back home, back in the city, I can only see a few stars. They're dim and weak. You forget they're even there. It's worse, really. It's like they've just disappeared, gone. Where I live, the stars are gone. Feels like that anyways, but here?
Our hero looks up at the stars again. Wow.
Yeah, wow. I am sorry I ever disagreed with you. Light pollution is real.
Two very large placards go up, held by two people way downstage left and right, telling the audience to say shh.
Sorry, but the park ranger hasn't even started yet. Hey, reader of stage directions. Does the audience know that they're also the audience and the people looking up at the stars? Should I have made that more clear from the start? What audience would go to a play en masse tell the lead actor to be quiet? Oh, it happens, does it? Oh. No, yes, no, I'm all right. No, I'm not. I'm so glad you called. I knew you would call. Call again for the 17th time. It means so much to me that you've been blowing up my phone. It's touching, really. It shows you care. Oh, was it ever really in doubt? No. Yes, I'll tell you where I am. Hold on, I have to.
As our hero moves stage left.
Sorry, I had to get away from the group. Christ, I've become that person that's at the theater or in this case on a mountain. Yes, I'm on top of a mountain that's on their phone while everyone else is in the moment enjoying the communal experience. I would so kill me. And if any of your phones go off, if any of you try to discreetly text or check the time or God help you tweet.
Our hero is shaking their finger at the audience so fiercely now with such rage that it might come off to catch themselves.
Actually, tonight, it's okay. Tonight you're part of the play. You're in the play. Congratulations. As you know, most of you are the stargazers, but a select few of you get to be the villain using your phone. You're in the program listed as clown on iPhone.
Having drifted stage left, our hero stops short.
Ooh, excuse me. Didn't see you two.
Tiptoeing stage right and glancing back.
Just that couple wanted their own private star show. We'll add them to the program as extra cozy couple. Oh, what? Wait, what? I can't either. How about now? Oh, okay, good. Yes. Oh, yes, already. I'll tell you where I am. I'm sorry. A lot's been going on up here. I'm here. God, oh my God, it's amazing. You should so be here. You will love this. This is exactly the type of thing we're always talking about doing together. I know I left you behind. Do you want to know where I am or not?
2 very large placards go up, held by 2 people way downstage, left and right, telling the audience to say shh.
Shit. Sorry. I'm on the top of Cadillac Mountain in Acadia National Park on Mount Desert Island, although, as you know, I prefer to call it by its French name, Ile de Mon Désert. No, I'm not kidding. Hold on. I'm going to send you a...
Our hero takes a picture of the stars with their phone, sends it. We hear it go shh.
See the stars? No. I know the photo doesn't capture, not even the iPhone 23s. I'm kidding. This isn't an iPhone 23s. They don't exist yet. And this play is not set in the future. At the rate Apple's going, the 23s won't even exist for another 2 years. Yes, I'm still here. I'm at one of those national parks. What do you call them? National park activities? Stargazing on Cadillac Mountain. Ooh, the park ranger just started. She's got this big flashlight and she's using it to point it up at the sky. She's showing us the Milky Way. Now she's pointing it at Cassiopeia. And now she's pointing at me.
2 very large placards go up, held by 2 people way downstage left and right, telling the audience to say shh.
I'm sorry. I've never been like this, but today has been the worst day of my life. Okay, now you're wondering if that's just a bit of hyperbole. I've lost your trust, haven't I, because of that stupid iPhone 23s joke. Wait, what's that beeping? A timer for burgers? Where are you? You're at the 24-hour McDonald's down the street from that casino that cost $2.6 billion to build. $2.6 billion? God, that would have really depressed Carl Sagan.
Our hero stares up at the stars. Wow.
Yeah. Wow. They're amazing. That's what billions and billions are meant for. Stars and galaxies and life on other planets, not casinos. What? Am I here alone? No, haven't you been listening? Oh, I see. No, I'm not here with anyone else. Wait, you think I'd leave you there and drive 8 hours straight to Ile de Mon Désert and round up Cadillac Mountain to look at the stars with someone else and not you? Whoa, that would be really weird. All right. I know. I'm sorry. I had to get out of there. Okay. I'm sorry. Yes, I can tell you're upset. I know something's really wrong whenever you're at the 24-hour McDonald's down the street from that casino that cost $2.6 billion to build. Inside, no less, not even outside in the parking lot to hide your shame. I'm sorry I left you. Okay, why did you have to go to the bathroom for so long?
2 very large placards go up, held by 2 people way downstage left and right, telling the audience to say shh.
I'm sorry. I mean, right when we got to him, there in all of his deadness, to see him like that. My knees buckled right then, right when I needed you most. Needed you to hold me tightly so I didn't lose it. Right then you say, hold on a sec, I need to go to the bathroom. What's that? I don't care, hold it. If you'd been there, you would have kept me moving. Instead, I gripped that box and knelt down on that thing because I didn't know what else to do. You wouldn't have wanted me to do that, but I did it because you left me. And so there I was, so close to him. And all I wanted to do was just leave and take him with me. So I started to think about the logistics of doing that, leaving and keeping him around, around the house. Then I thought, he would love this conundrum. He'd take it all very seriously, technically speaking anyways. This was the kind of thing that he would have, we would have kicked around dinner forever. Movement, preservation, how to work into social normalcy, possibly reanimation. we would have laughed about it. So I start giggling. Then I freeze, just feeling the other people there, just looking down on me. Who's this freak kneeling at the casket, giggling? Could feel their eye burning through me. Finally, I broke the paralysis and head down the hallway, bolted for the door. And how could you be in the bathroom for so long?
Two very large placards go up, held by two people way downstage, left and right, telling the audience to say shh.
I'm sorry. I don't care. As you stare up at the beautiful stars, cuddled in your blankets with your families, in your hot chocolate, he is dead. Christ, next thing I knew, I was on 985 North and I crossed the border into Maine, and I thought about how we used to go camping and how much he loved it. No, I don't want to come home tonight. I'm not coming home at all. Ever. I'm going to stay here where I can see the stars. If I come home, I won't be able to see them. No, I've made up my mind. It's not a rash decision. I've been thinking about it a lot off and on. What do you mean since when? Since crossing into Maine. I'm going to hang up now. Stop. I'm going to hang up. Please don't call back. Don't make me that obnoxious person on their phone.
Our hero hangs up, takes a breath, looks up at the stars. Wow. They really are amazing.
Yeah, they are. Takes your breath away. Makes you think about, you look at the stars and it makes you remember when billions and billions really meant something. Does any good come out of it? Does any good come out of that void? That absence? It makes the heart grow fonder, right? That's what they say. But what if the heart was already fonder?
As our hero waits for the answer,
What do you want? Kyle, what do you want? I don't have all day.
I'm just
Oh
wanted
my
to say
God,
hi.
Kyle. I have class in 5 minutes. Okay, hi.
Hi.
So,
So, how are things?
good.
How's work?
Why?
Nothing. I'm just wondering.
Okay, work is fine. I volunteered to take on a few more shifts, so.
Have you cashed in your last check yet?
Again, Kyle, really?
Have you?
No, and anyways, it's none of your business.
It is my business.
No, it's not.
Look, I'm just worried about you. You always overwork yourself.
What's in my bank account is none of your business.
Oh, come on. Is that really how you want to?
Why don't you borrow some money from your skater friends?
What?
Why don't you borrow some money from your skater friends?
They're all out.
Sucks.
Come on, I just need a few dollars.
No.
Why not? Don't you want to take care of your darling baby brother?
Nope. And anyways, you're not an infant. You're perfectly capable of getting a job
Hey, I have a job.
and saving money for that job.
Come on, you have more.
So,
So redistribute that wealth, girl.
what?
You want to give free money to people who don't work for it, right?
No. What are you even saying?
Welfare.
Welfare. That's entirely different than giving an impulsive idiot money to buy more weed.
Yeah, but you don't think that some of those people will just spend their money on the same stuff?
No, and that's not the point.
What's the point?
I'm gonna go if you keep
No,
doing
wait.
this.
Mom said that I need to tell you something.
Okay, what did Mom say?
Do you have a Venmo account?
Mom asked if I have a Venmo account.
Nope, this is me asking.
Look, what did Mom say?
Well, I'll tell you right after you answer that question.
Kyle,
What?
I don't have time for this.
You never have time for anything.
That's not true. Look, class is starting right now, so just tell me what mom said.
It is true. We haven't hung out once since move-in day.
I don't like weed. Besides it being a violation of campus conduct,
Who
it's
cares? You never cared about any of that until you got here and became Little Miss Safe Space Princess fighting for truth and justice. All that resume building bullshit.
Well, at least I didn't come to college just to become a pothead.
Maybe I wouldn't have become a pothead if someone had spent more time with me.
All you want to do is argue.
That's not true.
What do you want from me? What do you want me to do? Do you want to grab lunch tomorrow?
No.
How about dinner the next night?
No.
See, you always do this. Whenever I try to suggest something,
but you never.
That's not related to weed, then you just shoot me down and we're back at square one. What is the point of even trying if it's just going to end up like this every single time?
You were never like this in high school. You were always with me. We were always together doing stupid shit.
Yeah, well, that was then, and this is now.
And then you left me for this place, and I'm here now. I'm here, but it's like you still don't care. And I've still lost you giving everyone else all your time except for me. It's like you're so ready to give everyone hours of your time, but you won't give me a minute.
I'm sorry that you feel that way, but I have to go to class right now. Can we talk about this later?
Whatever. Yeah, go to class and learn about all the ways you can become a hero to all those poor, low-income people.
Kyle.
Fucking bullshit.
You know what bullshit is, Kyle? It's bullshit to have a little brother who only calls you for weed or favors when he very well knows how much you have on your plate.
You have everyone on your plate except me.
And then when you try to help him, he just picks a fight. So you end up feeling like he must have never needed you in the first place.
I need weed.
Ray. Ray, wake up.
Oh, sorry. What?
We're getting a response from the planet.
Oh. What time is it?
Approximately 3 a.m. colony time.
Huh.
Shall I patch them through?
Yeah. This is Ray Nigelis of the diplomatic age ship Rubicon. Can you hear me?
Jealous. Now, what is that?
Who am I talking to?
The company rep left. You can call me Sarajevo.
Oh, didn't expect to get the big guns in the middle of the night.
When we get the first off-world signal in 6 months that doesn't belong to the Edenic fleet, it's worth waking up for.
I'm flattered.
I'm very tired, Captain. Can we skip the pleasantries and get to the point?
Absolutely. I have a supply drop full of food, potable water, and medicines for your colonists. I'm calling for a safe place to drop it from orbit.
I'm surprised the fleet is letting you supply us. Considering the state of things down here, I figured we were in a siege situation.
Let me worry about that.
I'm afraid that's not how things work in Alberio these days, Captain.
You have enough on your plate.
Agreed. I'm trying to make sure you aren't adding to it.
Hey, give me some credit.
They don't know, do they?
Maybe they do. Maybe they don't. Plausible deniability is a powerful thing.
I was never officially made seneschal.
Sounds like you may as well have been.
All of the responsibility, none of the actual power. Very well, Captain. I'll identify a good landing zone and send coordinates your way. You'll keep this channel open?
I'll need to shut it down a bit to keep the fleet from noticing. It's encrypted, but keeping it up will draw too much attention. Is an hour enough time?
I'll make it work.
Ichi?
Captain,
Yes.
we're grateful for the supplies, truly. And if that's all you can offer us in the end, we will take them with thanks.
I'm hearing a but.
If you truly want to help, there is something else we need. Desperately need, in fact.
I can't make any promises.
I understand. But you'll hear me out?
Yes.
Thank you.
Don't thank me yet. Just tell me what you're asking for.
I need you to help us get a ship through the blockade.
You're shitting me.
Frankly, I wish I was.
Why do you need to get a ship off world?
Does that matter?
If you want my help, yeah, it matters.
What happened to plausible deniability?
This is different.
Is it?
I'd be putting my ship at risk.
The fleet wouldn't shoot at a diplomatic aid ship.
Even if they don't, I'd be throwing our diplomatic neutrality down the nearest black hole. If I'm gonna do that, I need to know why.
Some of our colonists are ill. I need to get them off world for treatment.
You can't treat them on world?
Not without fleet assistance, and they're not assisting.
How long have you been planning this?
A couple weeks, since we heard an arbiter is coming to adjudicate.
What if I hadn't called you? What was the plan?
The same as if you say no, I suppose.
Which is?
I'm hoping we don't need that plan anymore.
That's not an answer.
Will you help us, Captain Agelis?
I can't. Not without losing my neutrality.
There are things worth losing one's neutrality for.
Yeah, there are. I'm just not sure this is one of them.
Agelis?
What?
Vega. That's where I've heard your name before.
Your fleet?
No, my spouse was once, though.
Damn.
You should know, then. You should understand.
I do understand. Just how bad is this illness?
It's respiratory. Some of the local flora put out these spores that get into the lungs, cause irritation, sometimes infection.
Why is it always spores?
Several of our colonists are comatose. We don't know when or if they'll wake up.
I see.
So, will you help us or not?
Let me think about it.
We don't have much time.
Sounds like you're gonna go through with it either way, so.
True. You won't.
Tell the fleet? No.
Because of Vega?
Partly. But also, I'm neutral. Remember?
You still talk like one of them.
Yeah, well, old habits.
I'll leave you to your consideration then.
Yeah. And make sure you come back with those coordinates.
I will.
Ruby?
What are you going to do, Ray?
I don't know. Do we know anything about the situation down there?
Not much.
Well, what do we know?
Alberio 2 is a gas giant in Alberio's Goldilocks region. 2 of its largest moons have been deemed habitable, New Sagan being the most so since its surface contains significant liquid water. Alberio 2 itself has significant deposits of helium-3 in its atmosphere, making it an excellent candidate for a mining operation.
What do we know about the colony?
Established just about 9 months ago with a seed population of 250, made up primarily of miners and farmers. The colony's charter states its goal is to establish a nearby source of food and heavy minerals for potential mining operations on the gas giant.
Anything about why things may have gone south?
Not much. The blockade was declared about a month ago and the fleet has been suppressing information.
Oh, I wonder what went wrong.
Perhaps the moon isn't as habitable as they thought.
Maybe. No, I need more information. Wonder if Callie would talk to me.
She is an officer of the fleet, Gray.
She's also my friend. Or was, anyway.
The Arbiter presumably knows more about the situation on the moon as well.
True.
The Arbiter is also neutral by definition.
That's also true.
Who would you like me to call?
Ping Calliope, please.
Pinging now.
Fingers crossed she's willing to talk.
I don't have fingers, right?
Yeah, smartass.
Lights up on the living room. Tanisha is dialing a number on her cell phone. As she holds the phone to her ear, she looks increasingly agitated.
Angie, hi. I've been trying to call you all night. Did you get my text? Oh, well, I just wanted to see how Deshaun was doing. Why would you ask me that? He's my nephew. Angie, of course I care. Do you really believe I wanted tonight to happen? What about Mark? I'm not sure. No. Well, I don't know if Mark has talked to her yet. I took the kids right after you left, but I'm sure he will. Because I know him. You know him too. Well, this time, it's different. Because it is. Look, can I come by tomorrow? What about Monday? Hello? Angie? Hello?
Mark enters the room, stops short when he sees his wife.
What are you still doing up?
Couldn't sleep. Where have you been for almost 2 hours?
At my mom's. She's pretty upset. I promised I'd be back tomorrow. By the way, I noticed that Caleb left his stuffed bunny at my mom's. Poor guy probably won't be able to sleep tonight without it.
Can you blame him?
Tonight was definitely one for the books. You think I have time to say goodnight to the boys?
Please don't. It took me a while to get them to bed. By the way, I'm letting them sleep with us tonight.
Why?
They're both pretty scared, especially Caleb. He kept asking if the blue men were going to come for him too.
The blue men? Did you think they were Smurfs?
He's 4, Mark. I promise you by the time he's 6, he'll know to call them police.
Yeah, she was just a...
Nothing about tonight was funny. I never would have imagined my children witnessing something like that.
Tell me about it. You read about something like this happening, but you never think it's going to be somebody you know. What?
Nothing. It must be nice to live in a world where you don't have to worry about your friends or family being unfairly stopped by police.
Don't forget about that thing that happened to Richard.
Are you really comparing your friend getting a speeding ticket while driving in his Jag with my 14-year-old nephew getting arrested?
No, I don't. Look, I'm really sorry about what happened tonight.
You said that before.
It's probably worth repeating.
Yes, but you're not the one who needs to say it.
Once the dust settles, I'll have a talk with her.
You say that a lot, but she never seems to change.
She does. It's just taking her a while longer.
Do you know how angry my sister is? Real harm could have happened tonight, Mark.
But it didn't. Let's not blow this out of proportion, Niche. It was a mistake.
Is that what you think tonight was? A mistake, huh? A mistake is when you forget to put the milk back in the refrigerator. A mistake is forgetting to put the trash out on trash day.
But calling the cops on a Black kid who was just checking to make sure he was at the right house, it's not a mistake.
Whatever you want to call it. I'm agreeing with you. It was wrong.
What would have happened if you hadn't been there?
I'm not trying to think about that.
Do you think the cops would have listened to me or my sister over your family? They would have arrested Deshaun and held him in an adult jail.
But that didn't happen, and right now Deshaun is in his home, in his own bed. He's fine.
Deshaun is not fine. My sister says she's never seen him like this before. Who knows what this will do to him?
I get that he's in shock, but in a week or two it'll pass.
You're a tax lawyer, not a child psychologist. You don't know that. All of this because he wanted to celebrate with his family.
Nish, I've been meaning to ask you, what was Deshaun doing there anyway?
It was Jacob's birthday party.
I thought it was supposed to be a small family dinner.
And what do you think Deshaun is? Last time I checked, he has just as much right to be there as your brother's kids.
But did you ask my mom? She wasn't expecting it to be anybody but us.
We should be able to invite anyone we want to our son's birthday party.
I get that, but it's her house. We should have cleared it with her first.
Are you saying I should have asked for her permission?
No, there is a difference between consent and permission.
Maybe your mother would have known, but even after 6 years of being her daughter-in-law, she won't answer my calls or take any of my emails.
She's 78 years old. For some reason that I can't explain, she doesn't understand the concept of Gmail.
Will you stop making excuses for her?
She's my mother, Nish.
And I'm your wife. Not like that ever mattered. So, in your eyes, she had the right to call the police on a child and think he's an intruder.
Think about it from her perspective. Deshaun doesn't look like a child. He's not even a sophomore in high school, and already he's taller than me.
You're 5'4".
I told you, that's tall in most countries.
This is not funny. Don't you get it? You can make light of this because you don't have to deal with a sister who is furious with you or a nephew who is traumatized.
I don't take this lightly. Just like you, I have 2 little boys who are too afraid to sleep in their own beds. What happened tonight hurt my family too.
Your sister and your brother seemed fine when I left.
It won't ever happen again. You have my word.
Once is too many. Why don't you get that?
I do. I'm sorry, all right? You know I'm not good during a crisis. I wish there was some handbook or a protocol that I could follow so I don't always end up as the bad guy.
You know what, Mark? I want a handbook too. Or a guide that tells me what to say or how to act when someone calls the police on my nephew because he's ringing a doorbell while Black.
Do you think they sell it on Amazon? Too soon.
I really hate that about you.
You hate something about me.
We can never have a serious conversation about anything. You always turn it into Mark's Comedy Hour so you don't have to deal.
It's not that. I just don't see the point in making ourselves worked up over something that didn't even happen.
Were you there tonight? Did you see what I saw?
Fine. You want me to be serious? The way I remember it, I'm trying to get a picture of my 2-year-old son taking first bite of this awful tasting Batman birthday cake when I hear sirens and your nephew arguing with the police.
You didn't like the cake.
It was kind of chewy.
But I followed the recipe.
You baked that. Oh, hun. The icing was good.
Whatever. What's your point about Deshaun?
My point is that tonight could have been avoided if Deshaun had not talked back to the officer. It made him look like maybe he was doing something he shouldn't be doing.
Did you ever consider that he was a scared kid acting like a scared kid? What if that had been one of our sons? Caleb is 4 now, but someday he's going to be 14. What are we going to do when someone calls the police on our children?
You're talking about a problem that doesn't even exist.
Don't be so naive. This could happen to them. You do know they're Black, right?
Niche, they're Black. They're not.
They're not what?
You know.
No, I don't. Say it.
They're not Black.
What does that even mean?
You know what it means.
No, I don't. Enlighten me. Oh my gosh. I don't believe you.
Don't act like you haven't thought the same thing. Tell me you weren't relieved when Caleb and Jacob came out closer to my conviction.
Wow. That never crossed my mind. Is that what you thought when you held our sons in your arms?
Not my first thought, but if I'm honest, yes.
You know what I thought about? I thought about how blessed we were that we had 2 healthy baby boys, especially after having a miscarriage. That's what was on my mind.
I was thankful for that too. Stop making it seem like I don't love my kids.
What would you have done if they weren't?
Weren't what?
Your complexion. What if they came out looking like me?
I would have loved them anyway, same way that I love you.
But I'm dark. Or are you colorblind when it comes to your wife?
I don't have to worry about you as much because you're a woman. A cop won't treat you the same way he'd treat a Black man.
Have you heard of Breonna Taylor, Sandra Bland? Are those names ringing a bell?
I just think it would be easier for you.
Easier? Do you know what life is like for me? How people like my supposed in-laws treat me?
However my family feels about you has nothing to do with the color of your skin.
Wow. Even after all these years, you still believe that? I'm done.
Niche, wait, you're not listening to me.
I've heard enough, Mark.
But you're not hearing me! I wanted it so my sons could live, okay? You think I have my head in the sand? But I watch the news just like you. Every time I look up, another Black kid has been killed. I know what people like my brother or my coworkers think because there are days when I think just like them. Maybe the kid was doing something wrong. Maybe those cops did have a reason.
You know what scares me? We live in a world where cops don't need a reason to shoot, to kill a Black person. If you were so scared, why even marry me? I'm sure there were plenty of Beckys and Karens wanting to be with you.
I didn't want a Becky or a Karen. I wanted you. I wanted a Tanisha.
And now?
And now I just want to go to bed.
I don't think I can't be near you right now.
Niche, look, we both know that there are certain protections the color of their skin provides them. I'm not going to apologize for being grateful for that. That doesn't make me a bad father.
No, just a bad uncle.
Whatever you're thinking about me right now, don't. I'm not that guy. I feel bad about what happened tonight. I really do. But what do you want me to say? Deshaun is not my kid.
But you don't get it, Mark. He could be.
They stare at each other in silence, resigned. Tanisha turns out the lights and exits.
I can't believe you are sitting there with all this excitement raging down in the streets. You've got to see the flames. Come on, get up, get up. Oh, can you believe this terrible war is finally over? So much suffering, all the risks we took.
It's not over. The Confederates are burning buildings that they don't want the North to have.
How can you say that? Don't you see the fires all downtown?
I see them. They're for show.
Why do you want to deny that we won?
At First African Baptist, we had a midnight meeting. And Reverend Thurman said that we can't rush to judgment. He said that we can't be like Troy, think the victory is ours and be fooled. Every goodbye ain't gone.
This is not Troy, no matter what your reverend says. Come to on Sunday, come to St. John's with me. You don't have to go to your colored church anymore.
I'm free now, and there's just so much to do.
You're always free in my house. I never beat you. You have no scars on your back. If there was anything you wanted, I gave it to you.
And I gave you what you wanted. How and where the Confederate were moving, what they were planning, what they were doing.
True. We were a team. We still are. All those slaves crossing Jordan into freedom, we did that.
There's so much to do. The emancipated have to be able to read, to write, to count. At First Baptist, I am in charge of the Freedom and Education Council. People know me. At St. John, I'm not going to be the head of anything.
At St. John's, we would share in the good work that we did together. And there's so much more to do. The widows, all the mothers and sisters and daughters, they now have to fend for themselves. We can help them do that.
I am not safe at St. John's. And you probably aren't either. The war may be ending in the streets, but not in people's hearts. I pray to God that this doesn't come back on you one day.
It is a new day.
Up in Princeton, in that school where you sent me, I learned that people don't change that much. Betsy Stockton, the teacher in Princeton, said, people don't change, study their patterns. I risked my life for this. And I know that I owe you for schooling me. I mean, without learning, freedom is not possible, but I earned the right to chart my own path.
Yes, and I can help you with that path. You know I want to. I always have. I'll come through again for you. You know how much I love you. Don't shut me out. You are my heart. I don't have any children of my own. Everything I have given to you.
I was wondering if Miss Betts was ever gonna leave. I came back to see you. I thought you might still be here. The war is done, and the Confederates are scattering. I came back to ask if we can pick up where we left off. You know I always loved you. Ever since we were children in this house, the memory of your eyes kept me going.
You disappeared. Where did you go? You left me.
The war broke everything, but my feelings held. I've never stopped thinking of you and how it would be when we could be together again. When I see your face, there's nothing more that I will change, 'cause you're amazing just the way you are.
When you left, a void opened, and it hasn't closed.
So you went to work at the Davis White House, where there's no end of food, but prices in Richmond kept climbing. Cornmeal was up $45 a pound. Who could pay those prices? In the streets, we starved, but in the White House, you had it easy.
Easy. I was in danger every minute. You think I had it good. And so now you want to come back for the woman that you think can put you on easy street.
The war changed everything.
I guess I was just too young to see it. But I wasn't looking. You hung on to me for what you thought I could do for you. Now it's clear. Crystal.
We're still married.
After all of your early promises, you were gone and I was alone. I needed to know that you were close, that I could reach out and touch you, that you hadn't deserted me, but you were nowhere to be found. And now you come back when being with me helps you, not me.
I had to survive. I was working 10 hours a day in a tobacco factory. That was the only job I could get. I had to pay Miss Bet. She still owns me. At the end of the day, I had nothing, just enough to keep one foot in the front.
I was fending for myself too.
I'm back. I'm back now. Doesn't that matter?
It's too late. I don't trust you now.
We can go north, to another city, to Baltimore or Philadelphia, New York even.
I am not going north. I am going south to teach. That is where I'm needed. It used to be. I trusted you. I longed to be with you. I don't now.
It's all got so twisted, so broken.
You're right about that.
You know, I'm glad you're still here. I guess in the end, that's what I wanted to know, if you were still here. We were good together before. I believed in us. I've never had that before, and I don't know if I'll ever have it again, but at least I had it once. It was magical. I'm thankful for that.
I wanted to believe we were forever. I wanted to hold on. And I did for as long as I could. But that is gone now.
I heard voices down here. Were you talking to yourself? Or did my mother come down to see you? You know, she always did love you.
It wasn't your mother.
No?
It was Wilson.
Ah, Wilson. Of course, he always did want to grab onto your coattails.
He asked me to go away with him. He said he could keep me safe.
Of course he did. You always were his meal ticket.
I haven't seen him in 4 years.
Well, you're better off. He tried to talk me into helping him get a job as a coachman for the Davis family. All he wanted was to look good in a uniform. He thought he should be the one to go up north so that he could get an education, so he could come back to Richmond and get a good salary. Not that that's what you did, but that's what he would have done.
You never told me any of this.
Well, in the beginning, I thought he loved you. You grew up together, and you had secrets. He knew more about you than anyone. I thought he could protect you.
I always wondered why you had given us your blessing to get married.
You thought I abandoned you by sending you away, but I saw how special you were, how special you are, and I knew you had to be trained. I could see that things were shifting. When I sent you up north, I didn't know that there was going to be a war, but when I saw it coming, I knew that you could help me make things better. I knew I didn't send you away to hurt you, but I sent you away so that you could learn how to face the challenges ahead. You know, well, Wilson wasn't thinking of you. He wasn't a big thinker. You know, you can think of other people. Wilson can't.
I saw a part of him that no one else did. I saw the hurt, the scared, the frightened little boy that he was when we were children together.
Well, no wonder he came back then.
We said goodbye to yesterday. It was in our eyes. It's another day now.
Yes, it is.
Look at how dirty that headstone is.
At least it's in one piece.
Yes, we're lucky.
I guess. Look at these headstones. So many of them are broken. Weeds everywhere. It's horrible. This is the Chinese section with only the men buried here.
Yes, from the 1800s. I brought a bucket, soap, and a cloth to clean.
Shouldn't the cemetery staff be doing this?
Obviously, they're not.
As we were driving through the cemetery, all I could see was lush, manicured green grass and beautiful headstones. Perfect. Then this. There's no control over what happens when you're dead.
That's why the family line is so important.
It's so easily broken, like these headstones. Look at what happened to ours.
But we found each other. It was our good fortune.
Depending on one's fortune is undependable. I'm going to be cremated.
But your ashes will be mixed with other people's.
I don't want to burden the next generation with taking care of my burial site.
What about your ashes?
What about my ashes?
They need to be put somewhere.
I didn't give it much thought.
Jade, come walk with me. I want to show you something. Can you read that?
Read what?
There on the ground, the tiny metal plaque.
Jewel Wong, that's your name. What's going on here?
This is where I'm going to be buried.
But you're only 42 years old. What made you decide to have a burial plot?
They were having a sale for groups.
Group? What group?
The women I play mahjong with.
I didn't know you played.
This is how I discovered your great-great-grandfather's headstone. My mahjong friends and I were checking out our plots, and there was a big group of people in this section. They were taking pictures of the headstones for a database. I just happened to be standing at our ancestor's plot, talking to them, when I read the engraving on his headstone. Now you know where your bloodline is. When you visit your great-great-grandfather, you can also...
I've been wanting to ask, did you ever try looking for me?
After I left you on the broken bridge, I went back to the hotel and cried. No one from the Lotus Blossom Spa asked where you were. I think they were glad a baby wasn't crying anymore. I was so young at 14 and confused about what to do next. Should I tell my family that I gave up a baby? They'd want to know, how did I get pregnant? I didn't want my parents to know I was a sex worker. I didn't want them to feel guilty that they were the ones who let me go with the factory recruiter. The family would have starved if it weren't for the money that I sent. That's a long answer to your question. I wanted to, but couldn't. For a long time, it was like a prison. But it got better. When I was 20, there was new management who treated us better. I went to all the orphanages near the broken bridge. None of them would give me any information. Every year, I would make my rounds to the orphanages. Every year, they would tell me no. They finally started sharing information when more and more adoptees and their families returned to China. That's how I found out you were in America.
It took foreigners with money to open the files. The orphanages figured out adoptees, and their adoptive families would donate cash and supplies. That's how a whole industry, adoptee tourism, was created. Travel agencies advertising heritage tours or welcome home daughters and sons packages with planes, hotel deals, and tours. Sarah and I went on one.
Then the orphanages started match day events for adoptees and their biological families to find each other.
We went to a match day event in Hangzhou.
You did? When?
2 years ago? It was in August.
2 years ago? They host them once a month. I was there. How did we miss each other?
You were? We left early. I was pissed off. We had to buy tickets. They sold drinks and food like it was a sporting event. How dare they commercialize hope and heartbreak?
I'm so sorry I left you on the bridge.
Why did you stop looking for me? Why look for someone already dead?
I thought if I could find the original break in our bloodline, then it would stop the leak.
Shall we go back to cleaning the headstone?
Yes. Here's some rags in this bag.
Thanks.
That looks good. Great-great-grandfather, I've come to pay respect. We're sorry your gravesite has not been taken care of. Please forgive us. Please enjoy your food and drink. This is your great-great-granddaughter, Jade, who has come to pay respect. Please give her blessings, good health, prosperity, and happiness. Bless her with many children.
Get up. Get up. About time.
My head. What is this place? I thought I saw a human.
Not soon enough, apparently.
She snuck up on me.
A Legion tracker bested by one measly human. Embarrassing.
What about you? I'm guessing you're Leone.
I am.
You get shot down by one measly human? Where are we?
What do you remember?
Last place you called in was the top of the mountain, so I started there. I had your scent from your flock, so it didn't take long to find where you fell. Then I followed the smell east, through the valley. I found this place ages ago, but I thought it was just a ruin. A pile of rotting wood and broken stone. I had no idea this was underneath that. I thought maybe whatever was dragging you had gone through the river, lost the scent, but then I heard a noise. Something loud and circled back. I had just gotten close enough when some human clubbed me over the head. What do you remember?
I was shot down. I crash landed on the mountainside. I woke up in this pit with a human crouched over me.
You've been here this whole time,
Yes,
and they haven't killed you.
they want something.
Where are they now?
Gone to see if more were coming.
How many?
Are more coming?
Yes,
When?
I don't know. A few days. I'm supposed to report in 3. What happened to your wings? Lost one in the fall. What about the other?
Damaged.
What's this?
Some kind of primitive communication device.
How do you know that?
I've heard it. Voices, music sometimes.
What do they say?
I've only heard bits and pieces.
Hallowed King Alcinous briskly called his herald. Come, Pontanus, mix the wine in the bowl, pour rounds to all our banqueters in the house, so we, with a prayer to mighty Zeus the Father, can sail our new friend home to native land.
What is this? Some kind of code?
I have no idea.
Can it send a message out?
I don't think so.
What use is a one-way communications device? Well, help me.
I've looked.
Look again. We need to get out of here.
I've been here for days. You're not going to find anything.
I'm smaller than you. It's worth a look.
I've never heard of a tracker sent after one missing scout.
The evidence pointed to humans.
So, there are plenty of humans still roaming the empty spaces of this world.
They hijacked a supply ship. Grand Commander wants to make an example.
Won't that just stir up more hostility?
If it does, we'll just smack them down. Show of strength, like the code.
Right.
Is something wrong?
Other than being grounded and at the mercy of a bunch of humans, you mean?
Fair enough.
Part of me wants them to just end it already.
Rather than be tortured for information?
No. Rather than face life on the ground.
It's not so bad. You'll be fine.
One of the humans promised to replace my wing.
They're lying. Why would they when they have you locked up in here?
Well, why would they lie? Why say it at all if it isn't true?
Who knows? Who cares? Humans are illogical, stubborn, chaotic creatures. Maybe they think it's funny.
Maybe.
Besides, the Legion can do that.
The Legion could.
In return for finding a few human escapees, the Legion would.
I can't take that chance.
What? Traitor!
Stop!
What did they do to turn you?
I just told you.
I should have known. Your kind have never been loyal. You're weak, disobedient. What makes you think they won't just kill you when they have what they want?
What makes you think I won't just kill them? I haven't sold any secrets. I've not jeopardized the Legion.
Liar.
One of them wants the same thing that I do.
And what's that? The death of the Legion? Their planet returned to them so they can finish destroying it?
No!
What then?
Does it matter?
Sure. It matters whether I tell Command you were a traitor or just crazy.
The sky! She promised to give me back the sky.
And that's all it took. As if lying would save you when the Legion comes.
When the Legion comes, I will be whole. I will hand them 3 human insurgents and a stockpile of chimeric. That should be enough to buy my life.
The human has chimeric.
Maybe the last of it, from what they've said.
Call the Legion in. You have to.
No.
Remember the code. Loyalty, obedience, strength. That loyalty goes both ways. They'll help you.
Will they?
The Legion saved my people. That's what they do. They can save you too. Don't do this.
I have to.
You don't. Trust the Legion.
I can't.
Then help me escape. Tell the humans I got away.
They're human, not stupid. And you'll bring the Legion down too soon.
I could delay them. Give you a couple of days.
But you won't.
The chimeric will kill you. They don't know how to use it. You've heard the stories, the experiments, the things they found in the bunker.
Their scientist knows enough.
The Legion knows more. The Legion could build you a better wing than these humans can. Call them. Let them help you. Maybe they send you home. That's what you want, right? What all you scouts want? Work hard, stay loyal, and one day you'll get to go back.
Yes.
You could go home.
What would you know about home? Yours is a barren waste thanks to your species' greed, and most of you can't wait to get away.
That doesn't mean we don't mourn it. That's why we grow our braids out to remember where we came from and how the Legion saved us. The Legion is our home now. Just because it's not your pretty purple sky.
How did you know about that?
Listen, I'm a tracker, remember? Don't you want to see it again? The Legion could send you back.
There's no way they'd let me go this soon. Not after they engineered me for this world.
For Chimera. They'd give you anything.
Why? Why do they hate it so much?
Just a tracker.
But you listen.
You know about what they found in the humans' lab. The monsters they made. Isn't that enough?
We both know that it's not. What is it about chimeric that scares the commander so badly?
The commander's not afraid of anything.
Why else would they react this way? Why else would they exterminate every human who so much as heard the name chimeric? You know something. You want my help? Tell me.
It changes them.
Changes? How?
Do I look like a medic? I don't know how it works. All I heard is that it changes them, lets them become something that they're not.
Why is that so bad?
Because the Legion decides who we are. What we are. As self-destructive and sadistic as humans can be, Command can't trust them with that kind of power. That's why you have to turn it in.
No.
No.
No. Not yet.
Then you really are a traitor.
We'll see.
Your people, your flock, they'll be branded as traitors. Do you want that?
Of course not.
Yeah, they told me about you, you know. Your flock. They said you were a model scout. What happened to you in this pit to change that?
There's a bomb.
What?
The human has a bomb. If the Legion comes here, they'll die. We all will.
So disable it. Or take it away from here. Throw it in a lake.
You'll know it was me.
So what? You can take a few humans, right?
Of course I can.
But you won't, will you? Disloyalty is in your blood.
You know nothing about me.
I know you're kind. The Legion should have wiped you all out when you rebelled. Made an example for the rest of us.
That's enough! Over there.
They'll kill me.
Not yet.
And if you're wrong?
Not my problem. I'll do what I can.
Thank you all for joining us tonight. It's been really wonderful having everybody with us, and thank you for all your comments in the chat. You'll also find that we have the ability to show you how to donate. We can show you how to sign on to our various social media outlets and links. And we would like you to fill in the brief audience survey in the chat, because the playwrights are using this as a work in progress, and they would like to develop their work based on feedback. And by the way, the full staged reading of Rubicon by Erin Lerch, which you saw a short excerpt from tonight, will be presented in our next art salon on Sunday, May the 16th. And the Facebook link for that is also in the chat. We hope you'll consider making a donation so we can bring more new work to our stage and pay our artists. And please contact us if you're interested in writing, directing, acting, or producing. We're always ready to welcome new members into the TC Squared family. Thank you for being with us tonight. Let's invite the actors, the playwrights, the directors, and the crew back onto the screen so we can give them a virtual applause for their work. Thank you all, and stay safe and well.